Morning. I hope all of you feel that it is morning. I know that you don't like my lesson, because last lesson I stuffed you with knowledge, but today I'm not going to stuff you anymore. I'm telling you a story. But before telling you the story, I want to ask a question. Are you familiar with the CEO? What does it mean? Chief Executive Officer. Yes. But how do you mean by Chief Executive Officer? How do you think about Chief Executive Officer?
Important position.
Important position. Powerful. Anything else?
Intelligent.
Salary. High salary. Yeah, they say that. Anything more? Anything more? Mr. Kang? You are in a very high position. Hardworking. Yes, I like your idea. And now, I will tell you an untold story about CEO. Yes, it is a case study from Harvard Business Review. It is 7 surprises for a new CEO. So we come for the surprise number 1. You can run the company. How unreasonable it is, huh? How do you think about this? A CEO that cannot run the company. Why? Why? Let's see. He has too many meetings. He has too many meetings and too many discussions that he cannot divide his time into different kind of phases. So he cannot control his time. He has no time to do anything else but meeting and discussion. Number 2, giving orders is costly. Giving order is what he's doing every day. But giving order is costly for him now when he is in the CEO position. He has become the bottleneck. How do you think about the bottleneck? Hương, I know you know it very much. About our airplane bookkeeping, about booking. About the airplane booking. How do you feel? Without Mr. Hương, nobody can book the air ticket, right? So we have to split our group into 2 smaller groups, right? He becomes the bottleneck because the employees tend to consult his idea before act anything. And then people start using his name. For example, when I want to tell you something, I say, oh, Mr. Kang say that. Oh, Miss Han say that. Okay? We use others' names, the CEO names, to transfer the message. And number 3, it is hard to know what is really going on. You are in the very top position, right? So you cannot see what is going on down here. What is going on? What you know? You want to control everything. You want to know every information in your company, but it is very difficult because you see, you keep hearing things that surprise you. Why? Because what you learn is the thing that after the fact, and what you learn is not officially. It is unofficially. It is via the grapevine. What do you know by the grapevine? Mr. Kang has somebody busy. It's like gossiping? Yes, gossiping. Yes, gossiping. You know the facts by gossiping. You hear somebody say, and then you collect the information by gossiping. It is not official. So when you get the information, you don't know what it is true or not. Right? Okay? So, number 4. You are always sending the message. Are you sending the message in your office, Mr. Kang? What do you like? What do you like to drink? Tea or coffee?
Yes.
After lunch.
I usually use coffee at home.
Coffee. And how do you think about the other person in your office? Coffee or tea? Say coffee, please. Say coffee, please. Because you know why? Employees calculate stories and distort reality about you, and they are acting in a what they want to try to anticipate what you like and what you dislike. For example, when you like to drink coffee in your office, everybody turn to drink coffee because they want to just like you. So you go to the office on time. So everybody will on time, just like you. And if you're late, I'm sure everybody will be late, just like you. So, number 5, you are not the boss. Whoa, what is it? I have no idea, what is it? Oh, just the image. Come to the content. Roles and responsibilities of the board members and management are not clear. And the discussions in both meetings are limited mostly in reporting on results and management's decisions. Why? Because you are not the boss. You think you are in the top position. You think that you reach the top, but already no. Totally no. Because working with you is not only you. Working with you is the board management, the board of the management. So you have to share the role and the responsibility with them. So you feel a little bit stressed because you are in the top position, but you don't have the right to give all the decision. So you are not the boss, even you are the boss. Number 6, pleasing shareholders is not the goal. Everybody says that when we are CEO, we just need to please our stakeholder. But you have to think that shareholder, they come and go, right? They come and go. And what they think is just in the short term. So the warning sign is, what you think is almost about the stock price. So the stock price will determine the activeness of the executive and the board members. So what are you working? It is effective or not? Is determined by the stock price. If it goes up, and then, oh, you're good. If it goes down, oh, how terrible you are. Okay? So the decision of the health of the company is based on the stock price too. They will push you to give out some decision that may effect to the health of the company, but may go a little bit, make the price of the stock go up. Number 7, you are still only human. It is very easy for you to understand this surprise because even you are a chief executive officer of a company, you are the only one person in your company to be in that top position. But you are still human with fear, with hope, and with limits. So the warning sign of this is give interviews about you rather than about the company. When you give out the interviews with other person, you talk about much more about you because you are so proud of you. Okay? So your lifestyle is more lavish or privileged than that of other top executives in your company, right? Because, why? Because you are having a higher salary than everybody else in your companies, right? So you have the right to spend that money for you and for your family. It's not true, right? You have few, if any activities not connected to the company. That's all about the 7 surprises about the CEO. So now, after learn about 7 surprises of the CEO, you are not going to think that, oh, CEO, high salary, oh, CEO is power. Okay, hardworking. You have to think about the hardworking when we talk about the CEO, right? The hardworking and the difficulties around him. He has to manage with many kinds of people and many things around him. So we have to think about a CEO with many different aspects. So now, what you are working in your company, just think that you are not working for him. You are working with him. If you can decide your behavior towards working is working with him, not working for him, then everybody will be easy. And there will be less depressed for him, less difficulties for him. So everybody will feel a little bit happy in remind you? What is it? Reading, discussion, and running with the time. So what reminds you? What reminds you about the surprise of the CEO? Time management. It is very hard to manage the time, right? It is the number one. He cannot run the company. Okay? Number two. Bottleneck. And using his name for what? For transfer the message, right? So, how it reminds you?
You can order the
Order is costly, right? Okay. Continue. Gossiping. Yes, gossiping. What does it mean? The surprise. Oh, it is hard to know what is really going on. Okay? One more. It is an apple. It's just like a monster. Why? People is distorting the reality, right? And what? So what is it? Oh, be more effective, be positive. What is it? Pay me money and I will tell you. It is you are always sending a message. Okay? That's all about my lesson today. I have many case study business Harvard Business Review. So if you want to have a full reading